What's up, y'all? I'm back. I'm back with some. I want to talk some more sports, and this time I want to talk about the game that just happened tonight with the Toronto Raptors against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And kind of like you expect, I typically don't go off of what I see on game ones, but this could possibly be a fucking sweep, which is why I don't like Eastern Conference basketball. This shit is horrible. A team like Toronto can make the fucking make the conference finals. Do you think that if Toronto were on the West, they would make a Western Conference Finals? I don't even think they would make the playoffs. Maybe as an AFC, but I highly doubt it. Now, the fucking score of this game was 115 to 84. They lost by 31 points. We start off here, break down the team stats. From the field, Toronto shot 42% from the field, Cleveland shot 55%. From 3, Toronto shot 20%, Cleveland shot 35%. From the free throw line, Toronto went 15 for 20, Cleveland went 26 for 33. Rebounds, Cleveland 45 to Toronto's 23. 10 offensive rebounds for Cleveland, 4 for Toronto. But this free throw stat tells a lot, because Toronto went to the line 20 times. Cleveland made 26 free throws. Cleveland made more free throws than Toronto attempted. Kyrie led the team, 27. LeBron right behind him with 24. Kevin Love with 14. Only 3 players from Cleveland scored in double digits. Only 2 players scored in double digits for Toronto. DeMar DeRozan led him with 18, and something named Bismack Biyombo scored. He scored 12, and Kyle Lowry scored 8 on 4 for 14 shooting. Now I'll give Toronto a pass because what was it Sunday? They just played a game 7 against Miami. Now you play a game 7 one day, then you got to turn around and play against a well-rested Cleveland team. I would kind of expect this. You know, Cleveland, they swept their first 2 opponents, so Cleveland has gotten a bunch of fucking rest. They gave LeBron rest and Kyrie rest and Love rest, which is not going to be good for any opponent. But this is kind of why I didn't want Toronto to even be, because I know that even Miami lost the other day. Miami would give Cleveland a better run than Toronto would. Because I think that Cleveland can sweep Toronto. I don't think Cleveland would have swept Miami. Now I know that Cleveland's well rested, and I know that Toronto just got out of a game 7, a hard fought 7-game series against Miami, but you can't use that as you can use it as an excuse, but you can't. Because, you know, y'all all are basketball players. Y'all been playing this game all your lives. So, y'all got to be ready for this. They knew that Cleveland was going to come out and be in attack mode. But you can't get beat by 31 points in a playoff game. I'm sorry. You just can't. And you got to come back. You got to go right back at Cleveland. Because Toronto, they can beat Cleveland. I don't know how they're going to beat Cleveland, but they can do it. But you damn sure need more than 2 players that have double digits. And your all-star guard, your best player, which is Kyle Lowry, he can't have 8 points. I got on Dwayne Wade for only scoring 16 points in a game 7 against Toronto. I can't leave Kyle Lowry off the hook. Because as the point guard of that team, there's no way in fuck that 2 players should only have double digits. If you can't make your shot as a point guard, get others involved. Because you jacking up shots against Cleveland and missing shots against Cleveland while not getting your other team involved. This is how the fuck you lose by 31 points. Because you can say whatever you want about Cleveland. Oh, it's LeBron's team. He do too much. Or Kyrie, he dribble too much. But when Cleveland plays their game, they play team basketball. They always move the ball. They always find open shooters. They grab their rebounds. They run up the court and do whatever they want. They play team basketball when they really play. And Toronto, they just didn't have it. I mean, you can even look at the game and they didn't have no energy. Now, I know they just got out of a game 7. You can't judge game 1s. Would it surprise me if Toronto won this series? All right, it would. But you just can't put too much stock in a game 1. But when only 3 players from one team score double digits, think about this. 3 players for Cleveland scored in double digits, which happened to be their big 3. Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love. Only 2 players from Toronto scored in double digits. But you still lost by 31 points. You lost by 31 points to a team where only 3 players scored double digits. Kyrie 27, LeBron 24, Kevin Love 14, and they still put up 115 points. How the fuck does this happen? I don't know. But the free throws, the rebounds, the field goal percentage from the 3, I mean, those stats do lie sometimes. Fucking itchy. Stats do lie sometimes, but in this game, you didn't even have to look at the stats. You could just tell, okay, this team's rested, this team's still tired. This is why I hate the Eastern Conference, man. I can't stand the Eastern Conference, man. These cupcake teams and this is why I understand why everybody keeps saying Michael Jordan versus LeBron, or they just throw Kobe out. They don't even include him in this conversation no more. They just say LeBron versus Jordan. I see why. All them cupcake competitions, they both had to play against in the Eastern Conference, which made them look better. Because if Michael Jordan had played in the Western Conference probably even in the 90s, the 90s was weak. But if he would have played that in the 2000s, or if he would have played in it in the 80s, he ain't going those 6 for 6. He ain't getting to the finals no damn 6 times. I mean, he might. Even LeBron, what how many finals LeBron played in? 6? I think he played in 5 straight. Do you really think LeBron is getting to the fucking NBA Finals 5 straight times in the Western Conference? Fuck no. Why? Because he can't beat the teams in the West. He can't beat Golden State. He can't beat San Antonio. He can't beat those teams. So if he was in the West, he'd be possibly getting to a few finals. He'd be getting to a lot of conference finals, but he wouldn't be getting to the finals all them times. I understand why everybody keep comparing LeBron and Jordan. Because they both play against cupcakes. They both are these dominating players that play against weak competition, night in and night out, on the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, Kobe, he got to play against 50-win A-seeded teams in the playoffs. He got to go against the Spurs. He got to go against the Clippers, who now all of a sudden are good. Golden State won 73 games. He got to go against them. Even earlier in the 2000s, he had to go against Chris Webber's Kings. They were loaded with talent. Kevin Garnett's Timberwolves. Yao Ming's Rockets, for whatever that was worth. But it was competition on the West. There's never been competition on the East, which is why you could be a fucking under 500 team and make the playoffs in the East. I hate the Eastern Conference. When you go and look back at who's won the most titles over the last decade, over the last 20 years, or whatever, you notice that it's been mostly Western Conference teams. I know y'all won't put much stock into this, but hell, look who wins the most all-star games out of the East and out of the West over the last 16, 17 years. It's been the Western Conference who wins those all-star games because the West is more talented. Kevin Garnett in the West never made an NBA Finals. Ray Allen, when he played on the West, never made an NBA Finals. So what the fuck did they do? They got together with Paul Pierce, joined Boston. What did they do? They made the finals in their first year over in the Eastern Conference. They struggled in the West. They made Ray Allen, he made all his finals appearances. I think let me see. He went to 2 with Boston. He played in 2 with Miami, so that's 4. Ray Allen didn't make no NBA Finals in the West. He made all 4 on the East. KG made 2 on the East. Tells you why. It's pretty weak on the East. Melo, he couldn't cut it on the West. He went to the East. Carlos Boozer, when he was a free agent, when he was good with the Jazz, couldn't cut it on the West. Went to the East. Mari Stoudemire couldn't cut it on the West. Went to the East. A lot of these dudes go to the West. They can't win shit on the West. Go to the East. And what happens? The West still remains stronger. How the fuck does this happen? The best players in the league are all in the Western Conference. There's no big men on the East that's better than Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins or Marc Gasol. There's no power forwards on the fucking West, on the East better than hell, I throw the older ones out there, better than Dirk, better than Tim Duncan. Hell, Anthony Davis is a power forward. Now in the East, all right, you got LeBron, but we still got Kevin Durant. Shooting guards, we got James Harden. We got Klay Thompson. We had Kobe, which overshadowed anybody and everything on the East. Who do y'all got? A 50-year-old Dwayne Wade who scored 16 points in a Game 7. And point guards, it's not even close. We got Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook. Y'all got Kyle Lowry and Derrick Rose. I don't even know who the fuck that is no more. Who else the fuck is a point guard on the East? Yeah. There really ain't none. Oh yeah, Kyrie Irving. Can't disrespect Kyrie Irving, but I still got Chris Paul. Kyrie Irving ain't better than Chris Paul. He ain't better than Russell Westbrook. He ain't better than Stephen Curry. We even got Rondo over here on the West now. And you telling me that Kyrie Irving is a better pure point guard than Rondo? I don't think so. But yeah, I know I just went on a rant about how the East suck when I was still supposed to be talking about this Toronto game, but Cleveland, I mean, who do they beat? The Hawks ain't got no superstar. The Pistons ain't had no superstar. Toronto got 2 dudes that think they superstars, and this is what I said about DeRozan. He's not a max player. DeMar DeRozan is an average number 1 player, but he's an excellent number 2 player. Like he would be a terrific number 2 player. It's just like some receivers. Not all receivers in the league can be number 1s. Some receivers that are average number 1s make great number 2 receivers. That's DeRozan. He's not that superstar player that everybody wants him to be. And I love Kyle Lowry, but come on, dude. You can't be scoring. If you're supposed to be this all-star guard, I need more than 8 points. But then again, this is LeBron's competition. Make this a 6th straight finals appearance for LeBron. Because Toronto ain't beating him. But should I do some more videos tonight? I don't know. I'll think about it. But for now, everybody be cool. Enjoy the rest of y'all playoffs. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. I'm out.